Hey everybody, I'm Jenny with Budget Determined, and today we are just gonna kind of go over what I have in my wallet right now, kind of see how we did this last week, and see where the finances are sitting right now. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to shift these to the side real quick. We're going to jump into this is my traveler's notebook, and this is what I'm using for budgeting and running my home this year. Kind of keeping track of appointments and whatnot. And by the way, for those of you who requested it, my planner cards that you see in my wallet and in my planners here, they are now up in my Etsy shop, which I'll post down below, and they are available. So this was how this week went, and I haven't even totaled up what we really spent in groceries, but most of it was this week, so I think the other side will kind of tally that up for you. But you can see I keep track of appointments here, which days were no spend days. Here you'll see me stuff this probably later on this week. This was some side hustle money, selling things around the house and whatnot. I do baking days and stuff and put food in the freezer for future meals and conveniences. And then I kind of meal plan here and my grocery shopping list here. Everything's checked off. I accomplished everything as far as cleaning and organizing around the house that I planned on this week, which is a big victory to me because those of you who know me know that I have chronic illnesses, and it kind of limits me as far as how much I can accomplish in a day, and it's kind of a day by day as to whether I can do very much, and some days I can do a lot. So this is how next week is looking. As you can see, I'm still working on my meal plan here. I have my shopping list here, and I already purchased milk that will cover next week and possibly later. I already got one of the to-do list self-designated chores off this next week, and I'm getting a haircut and puppy stuff, as well as when I'm doing my meal planning, I try to schedule at least one meal each week where I am kind of doubling the meal, and I put that double bit in the freezer for a future freezer meal. Makes it so much nicer, because some days you don't feel like cooking and some days you just don't have time to take all that time, so it just makes it a little bit easier. I just try to do that once a week. That way it's a little bit lighter, it's not that hard, and I'm hoping, this is my goal, we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna try to make pita bread this next week, so wish me luck. So then we're gonna jump into my budget planner over here, and this is my Budget Determined kind of a finance tracker. I designed it. You can get the traveler's notebook version of it. There's 4 different styles. They're available on Amazon, which I'll link down below, as well as printable versions for the A5 and standard letter A4 size in my Etsy shop. I'm trying to get my brain to work here. So we were able to start in on, you guys saw me starting in on stuffing some savings goals for this week, and well, for this isn't actually for this week, this is for the next 13 weeks. But you'll notice that I made a slight adjustment. I was hoping to save $850 for my recliner, and I was kind of being a little bit ambitious about it and wanting to get it done within the next 13 weeks, but I think that's just considering where our budget is. We kind of run short every month by approximately $1,526. It's the minimum debt payments that we have. If we were completely debt-free, my husband's base income would definitely cover everything. Now, mind you, we're still trying to figure out the exact finances because his job recently changed, and I recently had to quit my job. My husband now has a different full-time job, which is less than his previous full-time job by a little bit, but then he also picked up a part-time job as well, and we're still trying to feel out and get an idea of what the average income there is. So I might be undershooting a little bit on our numbers, but I'd rather undershoot than overshoot and run extra short. So we're just trying to plan ahead and take care of that. But I decided to change this from saving the $850 in the 13 weeks. I decided just to go for $300 because the weather's now warming up. I just got over 6 weeks of really bad flare-up where I could hardly walk. And having a recliner to sit in, I kind of stole my husband's recliner temporarily while I was going through that recovery process. And the recliner was really nice. But with the weather warming up and stuff and me starting to become a little bit more mobile, I think I can push off getting the recliner a little bit longer, just make sure that I have it before the cold season hits again. It's still cold right now, but like I said, I'm getting better in my mobility right now, and the weather is starting to warm up here. Cross your fingers. So I'm going for $300 in the next 13 weeks for $25 for each one of these 12 icons. Let's see. Okay, so this was the week that we're in right now. We're going to figure out, kind of close this out. So this is, my husband's main income is once a month, but we're keeping track of this each week just because I have an Etsy shop and I've got Etsy income. I'm also selling things on the side and whatnot. And then my husband's part-time job. So we're just running this as almost like a weekly paycheck, basically. In my expense tracker, I'm keeping track of the categories and what is still available within that category because I budget $400 a week. Sorry, correction, $400 a month for groceries. I have a lot of you guys that ask me what our grocery expenditure is each month, and even though you see me do $400 a month in groceries, you guys also know that I do a food stock up fund to stock up on meat. We bought half a beef this last year, as well as a few farm-raised chickens, and the half a beef is farm-raised as well, and then farm-raised half a pig, and we're planning on doing something like that again this year. We'll see if we get the full everything, but we've already got the deposit on a half a pig that we'll be getting in March, and we are hoping to get another half a cow later on this year. We still have a good stock on some of the chickens right now, so we'll see what we're going to need there in a few months when that time comes. But with the cost that we set aside and spent on the meat stock up last year, plus with the $400 a month that we were budgeting for groceries and whatnot, our average cost for groceries in total with the food stock up and our monthly groceries every month ends up being approximately $550, maybe even a little bit less every month. So we're a household of 5 and 2 adults and 3 kids, 2 of which are teenagers and, unquenchable hunger. So we're doing pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. So as it stands right now, we're going to check our wallet and make sure that these are correct, but we should have $79 in our grocery fund for the rest of the month. That seems pretty tight, but I already did my big grocery shopping, so it'll just be picking up like milk, bread, coffee creamer, stuff like that. We should be good. But we're just going to double check and see if my numbers in my wallet match. This is the Moterm Pebbled Olive wallet. I have the Versa Luxe version in the A7, and this is the cover for it that goes inside but I'm keeping the cover separate because it does have my ID and debit cards and stuff. And then this one I can just open up and not have to worry about anything for privacy. So we have 50, 75, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 79. We're on board there. I did stuff the full amount of money for the groceries just because we had that big expenditure earlier. I only stuffed half of the amount of gas because I usually just stuff half the gas and half the groceries at the beginning of the month and then restock it at the middle part of the month just so the life of my envelopes last a little bit longer. In gas, and we can go up here to my last fueling, I should have $2.72 in my fuel for the month, but 150 of that is not in my wallet. So we're gonna go, if you can see this, 272 minus 150 equals 122. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 1, 2. So we do have that. My husband wanted 50 to put in his truck for fuel, so I'm gonna give him 60, and he can bring me whatever change, or he can just put in the 60. So I'm gonna remove that, and I will enter that in the book later. I think he'll be fueling up tomorrow. So that would make, let's see, 20, 40, 60, 1, 2. 62 left in the envelope, but 150 left that we can stuff. In my miscellaneous, we should have $8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, my mouth is turning out good. That doesn't happen every time. And in the pets, I should have 50 because we have not had to buy dog food. I don't know that we're gonna have to this month, but 20, 40, 50, and we do $50 every month to cover dog food, dog grooming, etc. And if there's anything left over at the end of the month, it will get put over into our pet emergency fund to slowly build that. And that way we have money on hand for vet appointments and, of course, pet emergencies. So we still have the full amount on that one. So I think we're doing okay for the month. But like the grocery part is making me a little bit nervous, but I think like I said, I think we'll be okay on there. And so for finishing up the week, all right, so our debt at the beginning of this week was $88,784. That does not include our mortgage. Our debt finishing the week, because we did make the payments, our regular payments on the debt, and that's always the beginning of the month. So this one, you'll notice the biggest difference, and the difference may not even change over the next few weeks. We'll see, because we have not been able to pay extra on the debt right now, given that our focus right now is building up our emergency fund to $5,000. And right now we're sitting at $2,050. So we still have a little ways to go on that. So for extra additional debt payment, that one's going to be a 0, probably for the next little bit until we accomplish our other goal. Now I'm going to stick this right here, because with our mortgage, and this is after the payment as well this month, as far as the payment goes, as far as the mortgage goes, we owe $114,532, making our total debt, including the mortgage, $202,069. So it still feels overwhelming, but it also feels like a lot of progress, and I'm very happy for that. I guess I do need to move that a little bit. So at the beginning of our week, these are our sinking funds, and this was our start amount. I made the ending amount here, and we're going to see how much we added, plus, of course, what we added to the emergency fund. We ended up adding $174 to the emergency fund, which I'm very happy because it's more than what was planned. So yay on making progress on that goal. Oh, and as far as that pet envelope, you saw I still had the full 50. I was talking about getting my dog's nails clipped last time. Well, both of my dogs let me clip their nails. My Boston Terrier, Ozzy, he's always really good. He considers it mommy love time and snuggle. So he falls asleep while I do his nails. But my female Frenched and Rune, she goes kind of crazy and never holds still for me. And this time she let me do it, which was... I'm hoping things are on the uphill for progress there because it's $5, so it's not a whole lot to pay for somebody to clip her nails, but still, $5 saved, $5 earned, and that's $5 that can go towards pet emergencies in the future. So I'm thrilled with any kind of little bit of savings. So for differences here, at 40, that's 150. 25. Maybe I shouldn't say every single number. I'm hoping I don't get confused here by not saying them. And 10 equals, we added $512. Now this number will go down next week. I am getting a haircut. And we're just going to go equals plus $512. And then, like I said, we added the 174. 512 plus 174 equals $686 saved. I'm very happy with that. That's pretty good for 1 week. Granted, this is the biggest paycheck of the month, and we're not doing a whole lot for side hustles right now, but we are making progress. I'm very thrilled. Things I want to focus on the next pay period. I want to focus on getting more products done and in the shop, and then I also want to focus on selling a few more things around the house. I don't can as much as I used to. I still enjoy canning, but I have you guys don't understand how much I used to can, but I have a huge amount of canning jars, and I'm going to lessen that amount, and I'm working on listing some other things around the house as well, including some more difficult items. But I feel positive about them, though, because it's getting our family headed towards the right direction. So I am going to... more products. I don't know why I have to say everything. I talk to myself a lot. Sell more items around the house. I cannot write very well while I'm on camera, too. I write so much better when I'm taking my time. But there we go. Things I want to improve on. Time organization. For sure. My planners have definitely helped me on that. But there's still definitely room for progress. Victories are all bills paid. And money saved. A big smiley face there. How did we do? Pretty dang good. And I do want to keep an eye on, let's see, keep close eye out on grocery money balance. Okay, so basically that is where we're sitting. I think I've set this up. Let's see, this next week we should have Etsy money coming in. My husband's part-time job will be getting paid that on Friday, and so I don't know if I'm gonna make that video until, normally I would post it on Friday, but I might push it off and post it on Saturday. That way I can kind of include that check and how we're doing this. No, I'll probably save this for Monday, but I will do the stuffing for the side hustle on, I'll still do that on Friday. So yeah, we still have some money coming in this week, which is great because we still have some money to set aside for paying February's minimum debt payments, and we'll be getting 2 of his part-time job. I guess you would call this a magic month because he gets 3 payments from his part-time job, technically speaking. So I feel fairly comfortable, but we're still gonna keep pushing forward as much as we can, get all that money in that we possibly can to make as much progress as quickly as we can on our goals. So what was your guys' greatest victory today? If you guys made it this far in the video, please put a purple heart down below. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, like, subscribe, click the notification bell, that way you can follow my journey. I'm working on applying for my disability at this time. I don't know the status of that, and I'm hoping that I can give you guys an update on that soon. Yeah, I don't know how long that's going to take, and the whole entire process there. It's a lot to learn. So anyways, you guys, I will see you next time. Bye.